Hey guys, we're live here. Baseball Card Junkies TV, Tops 85401.
Titanic Taters.
And this afternoon, we're going live and we're going to talk about rare inserts. Mostly focusing on cards from, I would say, like from 1992, 93 on up through like 2008, 2007, somewhere in there. And talk about why some of the cards might be more popular than others, even though the rarity could be the same. Like, for example, cards numbered to 25. You might have, like, for example, a Barry Bonds card numbered to 25 that sells for, you know, 20, 30 bucks. And then you might have another one that sells for a couple of $1,000s. It's just really interesting. And we're going to talk about collecting strategy as well, because I don't necessarily always feel like I have to go after the $2,000, $3,000 rare cards for my Bonds collection. It's, to me, it's just I don't see the value there on some of them. I mean, it would be nice to pick them up, but I try not to hop on the bandwagon. And we could talk a little bit about that if you guys have questions.
It's kind of like the prices have been like jacked up artificially because of the perceived rarity of the card.
Well, it's not even the perceived rarity. I think it's just what all the collectors say that you have to have if you're a super collector. You got to have this card if you're a super collector. Like, for example, the 1996 select certified, you know, blue, red and gold. That's like a key card that people say you have to have in your collection if you're a super collector of a player that played in that era. But me personally, man, the prices on those are just so expensive. There's just so many other cards I'd rather pick up than those cards. And they are beautiful, but I just don't see the value for stuff like that. Yeah. And a lot of times there's just so many other cards that are equally beautiful, that are equally as rare, that you know, you can get for a lot less money. So we'll just start going through some cards here. I'm just gonna pull out a stack of inserts here, and we'll just a random stack of inserts and just show some off and talk about the rarity. Like this one is it's a 2003 Donruss. And it's a stat line, home run stat line, numbered to 46. Just an absolute beautiful card. I love picking stuff like this up for the collection. And this card probably cost me, I don't know, 30 bucks or something like that.
Yeah.
A lot less than some of the other cards from this era. So that's a nice one there. And then, what are you looking for, Eric?
I'm looking for the, you have them all in by year, huh?
I don't know what I got. He's going through my collection there.
Yeah, but, well, you have some graded stuff that's...
Oh, okay. Right on. It's like a rummage in here. We're doing a live rummage. Anyways, here's another rare insert, another stat line card. That one. And so a lot of these cards can be had for cheap. But then here's an example of like a real popular set. These production line cards. And this one here is numbered to 1031. And this one costs a lot more than cards that are numbered to 100 or less. And it's just because it's from a real popular set from 1997 Donruss. That's the production line. There's 3 colors. This one's numbered to 585. And then this one is numbered to 446. I mean, even though this one's numbered to 446, actually it's pretty tough to find. And all those cards sell a lot more than most cards numbered to 100 or less for Bonds. For the most part, for the era that they were printed in. So hopefully soon Eric will be back here so he could read your guys' comments.
I'm wondering where your finest refractor is.
Oh, for Bonds?
For McGuire.
Oh, it's in here.
Is it?
Yeah, and not the embossed.
I thought you had it graded.
No, I don't have that one graded.
Okay.
Yeah, he's looking for a 97.
There it is. Well, that's 94.
Let me see. Oh, maybe I don't have that one. No, I don't. Okay, I thought I did have. Man, I swear to God,
you do have that one.
I don't know where it is.
I know you have that one.
Huh. I hope I have it. Anyways, this card here is awesome. This is from 1997, Donruss. It's a Power Alley die cut. Beautiful card. These cards are cool because it's numbered to 5,000, but the first 500 are the die cut ones. And then the last 4,500 are not die cut. I have the non-die cut one to show as well. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Maybe, I don't know. I can't remember if I have I know you probably have
I
it.
do have it, yes.
Maybe you're thinking of your collection.
Maybe pull out your.
Oh, there it is, right there. It was in the wrong spot.
That's.
Yeah, that's a 97 silver.
97 silver refractor.
Not the embossed one, but you could show that one.
So there's this one here. This is the silver refractor. Which what is a $30 to $60 card, somewhere in that range?
Probably, yeah. Yeah, that one's pretty cool. But yeah, the 90s inserts are a lot of fun to collect, guys, up into the early 2000s. Here's a cool one here. This one is another one of those Donruss cards. It's a production line. And this one is numbered to, what is it? 863. But the thing about this card is the first 100 were the die cut. And then the rest of them are not die cut. So even though the total print run is 863, only the first 100 are die cut. I think I have the one that's not die cut in here. Maybe not. It might be in my binder, but the one that's not die cut also is not red. It's like a blue background. So the cards look a lot different, actually. It's kind of funny how they did the print run on some of those cards. So Eric, you can show some off there. But Pinnacle, they made some cool inserts too. Man, here's one. This is from the 90s. It's the Epic Moment Emerald. And this is one of those cards where it has a print run of 30, but it's not numbered. So you could get this card for pretty cheap from when it was produced. This is an example of cards I love to pick up and that are way undervalued. This one has about the same print run as the 96 Select Certified Gold, but you could, I mean, I think I picked this one up for $40 at the 2017 National, and that Select card that I'm talking about would cost about $2,000 or more. So similar print run, but and neither one of them are numbered either. That Certified Gold is not numbered, but this card is just beautiful, and for $40, I mean, you can't beat it. Just an absolute gem. Look at that. Look at that shine. Look at the way. Oh man, beautiful card though.
Then we got a question from Roofer All Day. Well, he says he loves the channel. He's
Thank you,
asking
Roofer.
if we've ever seen the 97 Pinnacle Certified McGuire Platinum Gold or Mirror Black.
The Mirror Black is numbered to 1, and you have the Platinum Gold, don't you?
I do not have which one's the Platinum Gold?
Well, I'll show you what the Bonds looks like.
I might have one.
So this is the Bonds Gold. The Black, I've never seen.
Sure.
The Black is one of those things where you don't know if it exists unless you see it.
Unless you have it in your collection.
So this is Certified Gold, but this is the Gold Mirror Gold. The regular gold on the back is numbered to 30. These ones are not numbered.
So here's another undervalued set.
Oh yeah, that set is way undervalued.
97 Bowman's Best Atomic Refractors.
Yeah, that set, like if you get the 97 Topps Chroma Ken Griffey Jr., it grades a 10. That's $1,000 card now. I don't know if you know that, Eric, but the Griffey refractors are going absolutely berserk on the Topps Chrome for whatever reason. Here's another card, right? Well, I'm not.
Here's a good question for you, Nate. What was your first Barry Bonds card?
Oh God.
For the first Barry
I
Bonds
mean, probably
card.
a 1987 Flir or 1987 Topps. I mean, you know.
Here's another one. That's
Oh, yeah.
The 91 Don Russ Elite Series. Like this set, like you don't even know, like they're numbered to 5,000 or 10,000, but you don't even know how many are actually out there.
Yeah, well, that was a pallet hit too. Like
Yeah.
you heard the term case hit. Well, how many cases can you put on a pallet?
I don't know.
That's a pallet hit.
20.
Here's
30.
one here. I love this card. This from Flir 96. It is Diamond Tribute. This card is another example of a card that just, man, I wish it would pick up the shine. I guess the camera angle won't pick up the shine, but this is just a beautiful card. And these could be had for like $20, and they're just absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah. So
and these are like case hits right here.
Yeah.
These cards were tough pulls.
So as tough as that was, the 93 or 91 Donruss Elite was even more tough. I bought a pack of 91 Donruss, and I pulled a Ricky Henderson Elite when I was a kid.
Yeah.
In 1991.
And you probably didn't know
I had
what the hell
no
you pulled.
idea what the heck it was.
Yeah.
I just thought it was a cool Ricky Henderson card.
Now, here is a card that is grossly undervalued. This is from, is that 97 or 98? Can you read the back? I think it's 98. I'm pretty sure it's 98.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, it's the Leaf Fractal Matrix die cut. This card has a print run of 20. 9 of 20. Now, in 1998, if you were to get the, it's the Crusade, right? Numbered to 25. Of Barry Bonds, that one's going to cost you about $1,000, anywhere from like $600 to $1,000. It's the red version of this card right here. So if you get the red version of this card for Barry Bonds, it's $600 plus. I could see it selling for $1,000. This card's from the same year, and it's numbered to 20, so it's actually tougher to find than the Crusade red. And I picked this card up for like $100. So this is a prime example of, value relative to print run. This is a great value card, and it's the same manufacturer and everything. Just a beautiful card. Really glad to have it in my collection. But that's just a great card right there, and the value's there. I love picking cards like that up for what they cost.
Velvet asks, "What's my favorite Oakland A's card?"
Oh, man. How could you answer that?
I don't know. I guess the one that I'd have to throw out there was one of the autographs that we bought from Carlos.
Oh, okay.
I have, it was one of those Mother's Cookie Set cards.
Okay,
with both McGuire and Canseco, and and it's signed by both.
Gotcha.
Because you can't get that anymore.
Yeah. McGuire won't sign anything that Canseco is pictured on. Here's another example of a card that's just, the value is so there for it. This is a 1998 Donruss Preferred Field Box Collections Prize Collection. This one has a stated print run of 55 cards, and I think I paid $150 for this card. And again, it's from 1998. This card has comparable shine to the Crusade cards that were printed the same year, but like that purple one I showed you earlier, I paid more for that one with a print run of 100 than I did for this card, which has a print run of 55. This one is not serial numbered, but there is a stated print run of 55 copies of this card. Just a beautiful card, though. Absolutely stunner. Love it. And so those are the type of cards I tend to go for on my Bonds collection. I try to stay away from like the $1,000 insert cards. It's just tough to try to chase all those down. Here's another card, Elite Craftsman. This is kind of an example of maybe more of a more expensive card for the print run. But relative to some of the other ones, it's kind of moderately priced. I think I paid about $80 for this card. It has a print run of 100, the Elite Craftsman from 1998. 98 was a hell of a year for inserts, man.
Yeah.
I mean, the card companies were all producing lots and lots of beautiful inserts. But I love that Elite Craftsman card right there.
So I guess something that I want to bring to the conversation here is, because we know that the those select certified from 96,
yes,
the golds are like,
those are gold. Those are worth more than their weight in gold.
they're kind of like the unicorns of this generation of collecting. We know that they're printed to 30, and they come up.
Yeah,
like every so often. But then we have, for example, the 93 finest refractors, which we really don't know what the print run on.
No, there's a stated
like
print
250, 255?
242, I believe.
242
print run, yeah.
So there's far more of those cards
Yeah.
out there. I think they come up less often than those golds do.
No. The finest are a lot easier to find. The 93 finest refractors.
Because I could find like 3 or 4 Ricky Hendersons right now on eBay.
Yeah.
But they're all priced at like $700, $800, $900.
Yeah, they're expensive. Now here's an example of a card with a print run of 100 that doesn't sell for very high. I could pick up this card for like $10, and I think it's from like 2003 Flir Tradition. The reason why these ones don't sell very well is because it's a glossy version of the base card, and the glossy ones have a print run of 100. But I'm a vacuum for cards like these. I'll pick up any Bonds card numbered to 100 that sells between $10 and $15 all day. I just love this kind of card, and it's a really nice way to add rarer pieces from his playing days in the collection without breaking the bank. But as far as like, I don't know, I got a whole bunch of them here I can show you.
So I guess kind of my point there is the manufacturer's print run doesn't always equal what's actually out there.
Well, yeah,
in the collecting world,
big
right?
time, yeah. I think most of the 93 finest refractors are probably in circulation. There's not a lot of that stuff that's sealed in wax. And also, when people were buying that stuff in 93, that was a premium product, so no one was throwing those cards out.
Well, how many cases you think never shipped out of the factory?
0.
You think they all shipped?
Oh, absolutely.
You think all those boxes are still out there in circulation?
Well, Topps sold all of them immediately.
Yeah.
Those things were gone.
But then we look at something like the 1991 Don Russ.
Well, yeah, I mean, Don Russ sold all of them too, but the thing is, you had people that were, they were putting the cards in their portfolio and getting a giant warehouse or storage lockers full of pallets of these stuff. So that stuff is sealed, but not because a manufacturer is holding on to it, but because people were investing in it, thinking that they were going to be able to retire.
So you don't think that those people ended up just throwing those away?
No.
You think they're still stuck in a storage shed somewhere?
Probably.
But that also affects how many of those, for those elite...
well, yeah, I mean, those elites that have a print run of 10,000 from the early 90s, whatever the print run is on those cards, you divide it by 3, and that's probably how many are in circulation. Because you got tons of them that are in packs and tons of them that got thrown out.
Yeah.
So a third of them are probably still in packs. A third of them got thrown out, and the other third are in circulation in the collecting community. Yeah.
So for those Pinnacle certified golds,
those are I'm pretty sure none of those got thrown out because those were kind of a premium product in '96.
It's a guessing game, right?
Yeah, it is a guessing game for sure. But
yeah, JV. Yes, this video will be archived.
Yes, it's going to be archived.
Yeah.
Now let me show you an example of a card that is extremely undervalued. I absolutely love this card.
So, but let's say rarity. It's a rare card. It doesn't come up that often for any player.
Yeah.
And because of the set that it issued in, is why it's undervalued.
Well, you know what it is? It's a bandwagon effect. For whatever reason, the collecting community will choose certain cards and say, these are cards you have to have in your collection. And then over the course of 5, 10, 15, 20 years, that the legend of that set becomes more popular. And then people are just, the demand for it goes up and the price just skyrockets.
So it's because all of you 90s insert collectors that are bandwagon collectors.
Exactly. That's what the collecting community loves, a good bandwagon. I mean, look, you even look at rookie cards of modern players, and you guys watching this video, you know what I'm talking about. Shohei Ohtani last year, this year, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. People that have never played in a Major League Baseball game and their cards are worth thousands and thousands of dollars. That's because of the bandwagon effect.
But
here's a card that this is an example of what I love to collect right here. This is from a cheap product. This is from 1998. It's dugout access. The stock on this card is probably 15 points. I mean, it's almost paper stock. Absolute garbage cards. But this one has a print run of 50. And the reason why I love this card is the odds of pulling this card, because there were so much of this product produced because it was so cheap, are astronomical.
I built like 3 of those sets and there was only like 400 or something cards in the set. So it was super easy to build.
But this one is the inside access parallel, and I bought this card for probably $30. I mean, I got an absolute steal on it, and the odds of pulling one of these, again, it's like a pallet hit to get any number of the ones numbered to 50.
So to throw it out there, I built like 4 of those sets.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 boxes maybe I went through over a certain period of time, and I never pulled a single one.
Yeah, that's how rare these cards are. And that's what makes this card so cool. When you get a very, very rare card from a cheap product, that's what I like. And this card, I love this card. Really love this card. So, that's just a great card, man. And then...
so there's also something to be said for like something that I've seen a lot of lately is people will for like these 24 karat brilliance or the specifically the 90s
that one's numbered
for
to
1996 certified.
Yeah.
Because the 97 like those are fairly inexpensive to get. But specifically for those years and those types of cards, they'll buy less prominent players, maybe like minor stars during that time, so they can have an example of that card.
Yeah. I like doing that. I like to get an example of the more popular cards or popular sets, but from less popular players, so I don't have to spend $600. Now, here's an example of what I absolutely love picking up. This is our 2003 EX Essential Credentials Then and Now. Now, so I got the Then and Now, and this one's numbered to, what is it? 45, and then the blue is numbered to 55, or 58, excuse me.
So when it says Then and Now, is it just like...
They have it, yeah, I'm not, well, anyways, I could explain it in a minute. But anyways, I think it's card number 1. What is it? Card number... Okay, it's card number 58. So that's why this one's numbered to 58. It's because it's card number 58 in the set. And then this one is card number 45. And I don't know of this particular year. I don't know why they chose 45 copies for this parallel. But the same card, like the same type of parallel from 1998, the bonds on this that's numbered to 99 sells for $600. This one here, this one numbered to 58, I got it for like $40 or $45 because it's not the 1998 version. And then this one here numbered to 45, I think I paid around $50. So I got both of these for less than $100, and they're both rarer than the more popular release. And I just love picking stuff like this up. These cards are absolutely beautiful.
So was the popular release, was that like the first year they did that?
The first year they did it. Yeah, in 98, those cards are very, very, very expensive.
So obviously that plays a factor too.
Yeah. When it's the first release, absolutely.
Yeah.
So here's a real popular card.
Oh, these cards.
The cut above.
I've been trying to get a McGuire of that, and it's just like...
What is it selling for?
They're asking like $100 for it.
Yeah.
I just feel like that's not a $100 card.
Yeah, these came out of 1998 EX, and this is the cut above die cut insert. I actually have 2 copies of this card of the bonds. I absolutely love this card.
And what does that card sell for?
You could get the bonds for like $50.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, these are like 1 a box. They're not super rare. It's just that, you know why this card is tough to get? It's the Michael Jordan effect. If you have the Michael Jordan version and basketball of this card, it's going to cost you a couple of grand.
what I've also...
So the Michael Jordan effect kind of trickles down into baseball.
I think that's in general with the popularity in some of these bigger 90s sets also.
Yeah,
Is because they become so unattainable, their value, that some of these lesser sets that have... They look cool, or, you know, it's the first time they did that. You see the prices start going up on those as well.
And one of the brands I absolutely love is Pacific. And these ones here, I just had a mail day on one of these. But these are the Platinum Blue from Pacific.
You got 2 of them?
Well, in 2 different years. I got 97 and 98.
They just looked similar.
Yeah, the Platinum Blue. And these have a stated print run of 67. Here's another one. And these are from like the mid to late 90s. So typically, if these are not popular cards, both of them I picked up for under $40. But if you get a popular card from like 97, 98 with a print run of 67, it's going to cost you hundreds of dollars. And I absolutely love these cards. It's a great way to pick up rare cards. You know, I don't feel like I have to jump on that bandwagon with the real expensive stuff. I absolutely love stuff like this. And these are also unnumbered parallels. In the 90s, there were a lot of very rare unnumbered parallels. And as a collector, I can't stress how important it is to understand the cards from the 90s. It makes such a difference. On my... I made a purchase yesterday. Actually, I'm going to show you these cards because I don't know how many people watch my regular channel. But I want to show you a Topps card I picked up yesterday. It came in the mail. Let me grab the stack
I
here.
think it's also important to note that it's these prices getting jacked up on some of these rarer inserts. It's from a fairly small community in the hobby.
Yeah, I mean, it's just everybody wants that key card, you know? I mean, even you go back to vintage, right? Like the 52 Mantle sells for astronomical prices. That card's I think it's a double print from that 52 high number series. I mean, there are more copies of the 52 Mantle than any other card in the 52 Topps high number series. One, because no one threw their mantles away relative to other players. And 2, because it's a double print.
Yeah.
But this card here, oh man, this card is just beautiful. If you guys saw my video yesterday being fired up, this is just an example. I got this card for $15. I just can't believe it because the seller didn't understand what he had. And that's what I mean by, as a collector, it's good to understand the cards if you're going to collect players from the 90s. But the 90s inserts are just awesome.
Yeah.
Just love them.
A lot of beautiful cards in the 90s.
Yeah, just beautiful, beautiful stuff.
I mean, that's also when I think the refractors were at their peak.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Nowadays, it's gotten pretty watered down.
Oh, yeah, refractors. Well, the Topps doesn't use the etching. They don't use the same technology now that they did in the 90s. They're using more of a flat technology. You don't see the etching. Yeah. Like in the older refractors.
Yeah, talk about etching. There's one in here.
Yeah, why don't you talk about the etching and explain what that means? Because I don't think people really know. When I talk about etching, I don't know that people know exactly what I mean.
I'm going to find like the best example.
Oh, here's another great card while Eric is looking. This is, man, I'm telling you, Pacific was so ahead of their time. This is a parallel from Pacific.
So, when we talk about etching.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably the most beautiful etch card.
This is the most beautiful etched card. And when we're talking about etching,
I remember when I got that card.
Like in the lines of the card and on the player, it also has, you know, some depth to it and some shine. That's when we say etching, that's what we talk about.
Yeah, you look at a modern refractor.
Like that shot right there. Look at that card.
Oh my God. It just pops out, man. Like the etching on that card is bar none, just beyond any other shine.
It doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah, it just doesn't get any better than that. So So any comments from anybody that you want
Sorry,
to read?
I've been following it a little bit, and
yeah, we'll try to get to you guys'
there we go.
comments.
I can see 'em all right there.
We're getting all fired up. I'll be right back while Eric's looking for comments. I gotta blow my nosy.
Oh. Let's see. They're still wondering what your first McBonds card is. Let's see. It says, "Oh, Snoop, Nate is on fire with the deals." So I've known Nate for several years now, and he manages to find the stupidest deals on cards that, like,
What are you talking about?
you just shouldn't be getting those kind of deals on. He paid like $2 for a 1960 Babe Ruth.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah.
It was
A Flir Babe Ruth.
Flir Babe
I
Ruth.
can't remember what I paid for it, but it was pretty cheap.
It was like $1 or $2.
Yeah.
It was stupid ridiculous.
You want to see a card I paid $1 for? I bought this in the card shop in San Rafael. I love this card right here. It's the 1998 Flir Ultra Diamond Producers. These cards are absolutely spectacular, and they're pretty reasonably priced. Any player you could pretty much pick up for like $50 or under. But what's cool about this card is there's wood. That brown is wood. And then the actual image of McGuire swinging the bat and everything else is like a, what do you call it? Like a hollow foil stock. And then the black border around it is felt.
Yeah.
So there's 3 different technologies on the same card. These cards are just beautiful. But I picked this one up at a LCS probably 5 or 10 years ago. And I remember the guy that sold it to me said, "Oh, those 90s cards aren't worth anything anymore. You could have it for $1." I'm like, okay.
Okie dokie.
I got the bonds.
Bring me all your 90s inserts.
Yeah.
I'll take them for $1.
Dealer, I'm pretty sure that card shops are a little bit... I think the 90s have made a huge comeback. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. And they're still kind of oblivious to it.
Yeah.
Which is good for us.
Yeah. Here's another one of those atomic refractors. Oh man, this card looks like it could be in a showcase at a jewelry store. I mean, look at that sparkle, look at that shine. But anyways, if anybody has any comments or thoughts on, like where they like to allocate their budget on collecting and, rarity versus popularity and price point, comment down below and we can continue the discussion. But I'm pretty pumped up about some of the rare pieces I'm able to add from the less popular sets and what I pay relative to what the popular cards sell for. Now, don't get me wrong. I still like to buy popular cards, but there are a lot of good deals to be had out there if you go with the stuff that's not as popular.
Yeah.
But as a player collector, it's easy for me to go after all those because I'm a completist. I want to try to get every Bonds card out there that I can.
So what you're saying is you'll eventually try to get those
I don't know.
Golds.
I mean, if I win the lottery, I'll buy
Don't
them.
you have the 24K?
No, I have.
Oh,
no.
you just have the regular gold?
I have the regular gold, not the 24. The 24 karat is on eBay for like $2,500.
Dude,
and that's actually priced pretty well. Because players sell for that much. Let's see what the card Eric is asking me about. Let's see if I can find it in here. Oh, here's another great card right here.
Oh, yeah.
The Hitting Machines Gold Medallion.
And those are ridiculously affordable.
You know what I think happened with these? I think when Flir went bankrupt, they must have had some of these that never made it into packs as like replacement cards. And so a lot of them, I don't know. I think that there's more of these in the collecting community than were released in packs. But that still is a really nice card.
A lot of them got backdoored.
Well, or, when the Flir bankruptcy, they probably just, sold when they were selling their assets. They got sold off. I don't know where that. All right, I better put my stack of cards here so I don't lose anything.
Yeah.
So, any questions or anything there, Eric?
No, just people talking to each other.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's another one. That's from that
This one, just that one that I showed, is just.
I remember I bought this card here on eBay. What's it numbered to 34? No, man, I'm telling you, Pacific, you could get some great deals. This has the premier date stamp on it right there. And it's numbered to 34. I paid probably $20 for this card. That's another, and this is like from 1998. No. Oh no, 2000, excuse me. But man, that's just, what a deal, man.
And it's
love adding these rare
maybe
cards
arguably
to the collection.
rarer than the select golds. Their boxes.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I guess there are some in packs for sure.
There's some that went through the shredder.
Yeah. Who knows, man?
The demolisher, as they call
Yeah, it would be interesting to find where some of these cards end up. Oh man, here's another great card. I think the print run on these are 40. This card right here. God, this card is just so beautiful. It's the Star Factor. And I forget the name of the insert parallel this is. But look at it, it's like shiny on both sides. And it's a non-numbered insert, print run of about 40. I mean, this is from 1998. Again, 1998, man. This is just an absolute gorgeous card. And because, well, for whatever reason, this one isn't as popular as some of the other 98 releases, I probably paid around $50 for this card. Print run of 40. Absolutely beautiful. So the Star Factor. There is a non-shiny version as well. These are, you know, these are...
Which is still a little bit shiny if you get it in the right
well,
light.
it's a chrome finish, right? So, here's a card I love. The Sideshow. I don't even think Beckett knows this exists. But there's one where the slide is in backwards. And sometimes most people that have the backwards slide don't realize it. And you can pick these up for cheap. But if someone lists it right, they'll sell pretty well. But try, you know, if you can find the backwards slide, pick it up for your player collection if you can find it. Those are pretty rare cards.
JRS Card says, first time in our videos. Impressive. Well, thank you for the nice comment. And
yeah,
welcome to the Baseball Card Junkies community.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate here. I love oddball stuff too. Like this card here, I think I bought it for like $5 and I've never seen another one ever. And I think it's like, I don't know what it's from, but the back of it is like a redemption. I don't know what it's from.
It looks like the Flir tradition. It is the Flir
Yeah, it's like a Flir tradition, but it's not. This card is just really awesome. And I paid nothing for it. But this is an example of stuff I love to collect. Stuff you don't see and you could get cheap. I love picking it up, man. I kind of like going off the mainstream collecting because there's just so many awesome pieces you could pick up and for your budget. And I know I keep saying that, but
I guess the point being of this video is that you don't need to go broke to get cool 90s inserts.
And you don't need to go broke to get rare cards.
Yeah.
Like, I was going to show these off earlier, but like those Flir glossies, the ones that are numbered to 100, I mean, all these I got for like $10 each. And these are the glossy parallels numbered to 100.
Spread
I mean, it's
out
just
over
cool.
several years, it looks like.
No, I bought them all at Burbank at the same time.
Well,
Burbank
I mean, like
Sports
each card,
Cards.
one's 98, one's 99.
Oh, yeah. But these are just cool cards to pick up. I mean, anytime you can get a rare card like that. I mean, a print run, to me, like when you get to a print run of 100 or less and it's before 2010, or before 2006, I would say 2006 and earlier, it's a pretty rare card.
Yeah.
And then after 2006, it's not so rare. So here are some cool cards that just are awesome looking, that don't cost a lot of money. These you could pick up for like $10, $20, depending. Probably if you're a Griffey collector, maybe $25, $30. But that's just a beauty right there. The Zone. And then there's another one. This one might even be prettier. Oh, man, I wish the light could pick it up. I guess we don't have the best lighting here. That's a nice one. I mean, I love picking stuff like this up. Just fun cards to look at. Just beautiful. There's my wife in the background, guys. So, anyways, what else do we got here? I'm just gonna go say hi to her real quick.
Okay.
I'll let you run the show for a little
So,
bit. So I'll be right back, guys.
Does anybody have any questions about inserts from the 90s or the early 2000s? Well, I'm looking for some cool cards to show. I know I have one in here. There's one. Where'd it go? Here we go. Oh, no, that's not it. This isn't my collection. It's Nate's collection. So he organizes a lot differently than I do. It's hard to find cards unless you're right on top of them. Oh, well, I'll show you the McGuire. Holy moly, here we go. Nope. Jeez. Nate needs to reorganize his cards by year, because it is impossible to find what you're looking for in here. I'm sure he has some kind of weird... Here we go. Here's a good one. So this is the Mystery Finest refractors from 1998. Yep, 1998. So we have one that's bordered. And I don't know the print runs on these. Do you know the print runs on these mystery refractors?
No, but those came from Topps, not Topps Chrome.
I know. And one that is non-bordered. So there's a bordered and then a borderless mystery finest refractor.
Yeah. The borderless are probably about 25% of the print run, and the bordered are about 75% of the print run. But those cards are awesome.
Mike Velvet asks, Mike Velvig, what is the best high-end set from the 90s?
Well, if you're looking at parallels, it's the 96 Score Select, or you got the 98 Essential Credentials then and now.
Mm-hmm.
You have the 93 Finest Refractors. You have there's so many great sets from
Brilliance.
The Flir Brilliance 24 karat, but I think that might be from 2000. Or maybe it's 99. I can't remember what year that one. Oh, the 97 Finest Gold Embossed Refractors. That probably is my single favorite. I'm sure you guys have seen that card. If you want to see it, let Eric know.
It's a die cut refractor.
Yeah, the die cut gold embossed refractor. Here's a great one. Cards like this are pretty affordable. This is from 1998. Pinnacle. This is the gold artist proof, numbered to 100.
It's a beautiful card.
This is one of those cards that is kind of like priced in the middle, and the value is there. I picked this card up for about $60. So it's kind of priced in the middle within the print run of 100 for its era. But just love this card. Oh, man. It's just beautiful. But this is like a card that has a potential to really blow up and get real popular just because it's so beautiful.
Victor Negrange Cards asked how much should he pay for a 98 Crusade Bernie Williams?
What color, Victor? If you're going with the green, I would say... See, the thing, Bernie Williams is interesting, and I'll tell you why, Victor. He doesn't have a lot of cards relative to a lot of the other players, so his rare stuff might sell for more than what you think. And also, Bernie Williams is probably going to be one of those 90s players that is going to pick up in popularity because he was with all those winning Yankee teams. So I would say that the green, right now, you could probably get for about 20. The purple, probably, 40? And then the red, you're going to have to pay $200, something like that. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a Bernie Williams expert, But the greens there's 250, the purple there's 100, and then the reds there's 25. But yeah, Bernie Williams is that's an interesting person to collect because his cards are probably pretty cheap, but when you get to the super tough to find ones, there's just not a lot of them out there, so everybody's going to be chasing them that collects Bernie Williams.
Or
at least
that is building a set.
Yeah, especially like the super serious Bernie Williams collectors. And I have a hunch that Williams is going to gain a lot of popularity in the next few years. Similar to how you see like Bo Jackson or players from the 90s that are going to gain popularity. Bo Jackson's more of an 80s guy. But a 90s guy like Canseco, I mean, he's 80s and 90s.
Yeah,
but
I didn't even know that there were serious Bernie Williams collectors out there.
There's got to be a few out there. But, I mean, if there's not any serious Bernie Williams collectors, then you could pick up that red for probably $100. But even the set collectors are going to scoop that up for $100. So,
what are we looking at? Bernie Williams select.
Yeah, he's looking it up right now. I mean, you'll be... I'm pretty sure he's
like
a 96
the mirror
score.
select is what we're talking about.
96 select certified.
Select certified mirror.
Yeah.
Mirror.
He's looking it up.
I'm looking it up right now. Tell you exactly what you should pay for it. So the gold. The 96 gold is $750,
So
or
that's
best
why I don't
offer.
collect that set, because like Bernie Williams for that price, and it'll sell for that. Those are not sold listings, but I'm sure it'll sell for $500.
Well, it's what you can get it for right now, right?
Yeah.
The blue, there's one that is a PSA 10, 269 or best offer. There doesn't look like there's any raw. The only raw ones are the golds. And they're asking you the exact same.
Well, he wants to know about the Crusade.
Oh, the Crusade? Which
98
one's that?
Crusade. Here's another example of just a super... man, this card just such a great value. This this Pacific from, I think it's 98. Oh, no. 2000 Invincible Pacific. And this is the... Platinum Blue. This particular year they did serial number it. It's serial numbered to 67. I probably paid like $20-25 for this card. And it's because it's from a set that's not popular. Now, why is this card not popular? I have no idea. There's like acetate in it. It uses like 2 technologies along with the regular cardboard stock. It's a beautiful card. But $25, are you kidding me?
Probably just because it's a lesser known.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I love that there are sets out there like this where people just aren't looking for them. I love this card. And then you got the purple parallel, numbered to 299. I got the base one in my binder. I love the shine on the purple with the name and the serial numbering. I mean, I probably picked this card to 299 up for like $5-10. But man, just great cards for the collection.
So there's a 98 Donruss Crusade Green on eBay right now for $37.99 or best offer.
Yeah, so
you should probably jump on that one.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably get that one for if you could get that one for $30, go for it. Because the thing is, Bernie Williams doesn't have a lot of rare cards.
If that was me, I would make my first offer at $25.
I would go 20 and
20.
See where it goes.
See where it goes.
Yeah, but. I mean, you never know. You don't know what the seller's thinking.
Yeah.
I was watching that show, Essential Credentials. It's a show from Mr. Burroughs 3. You guys should check his channel out. And they were talking about this card right here. This one here, this is a Paramount Pacific. I think it's a Paramount. God, I don't have my glasses. What does that say?
Paramount.
Yeah.
Revolution.
Revolution, that's what it is. Look at this beautiful card. Look at the shine on this thing. Absolutely unbelievable. This is another card from a very unpopular set. I don't know why Pacific cards aren't more popular, but I love it. I love it because I can pick them up for such a deal. And this card I think I got for $25 or $30. And it's numbered to 63. Wow. There's the numbering on the top. It's kind of like that. You could see it right there under this finger here. But this card is just gorgeous.
Let's see.
Numbered to 67 from 2000, I think. Yeah, 2000. Are you kidding me? $25? Barry Bonds, a home run king? Holy cow.
So
just doesn't get any better than that, man. That's like an absolute steal compared to what some of the more sought after cards sell for. Love it. God, I love that card. And then the one numbered to 99 too. I think I probably paid about the same price for this card.
So what's your favorite year from the 90s, Nate, as far as refractors, and why?
1997, and because you got this gold embossed refractor. You got the Bowman's Best atomic refractors. Yeah, I love 97 refractors. You got the Bowman Chrome International refractors. I love that set from 97. Topps Chrome is okay. I don't really like Topps Chrome from 97.
Refractors, right?
Yeah. You got the atomic refractors from Bowman's Best, and then the finest gold embossed and silver embossed. I'll show those cards to you.
It doesn't really get better than that year.
Doesn't get better than that year. I'll show you guys the refractors from 97. I mean, they're just unbelievable.
Yeah. That's refractors peaked in 97.
97, yeah. I would say so. And then in 99 too, the Bowman's Best. Love those cards. Oh, where is it? Let me find it real quick. So we got that one. I'll show the silver too.
Well, we showed the
Eric
silver.
And I were arguing earlier, so I'm going to prove him wrong.
So we showed the silver refractor.
Yeah. So that's a McGuire silver, but here's the Bonds silver embossed. Oh God, these cards are beautiful. Oh man, I love these cards. Get me pumped up. I'm gonna take it out of the damn bag.
Why is it considered embossed?
Because see how it's embossed.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Look at this card.
It also has kind of an atomic refractor.
Holy shit, this card is beautiful. I mean, this card is absolutely gorgeous. And then you think the front. Look at that. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. These cards you're going to pay for, though. These are not cheap. The cheap ones that I was talking about earlier. These ones are pricey, but I can see the value in these just because they're so beautiful. Now look at the back. Look at the back. So sexy, man. Love these cards. God. I could just sit there and look at them all day. They just mesmerize me. I mean, I could get hypnotized looking at these cards. Absolutely beautiful. And you can see the etching and the uniform. I'm just so
Let me look
beautiful.
At that one. I want to see why.
He wants to look at it.
I know what it's also got the atomic refractor finish.
Yeah, and then the gold embossed is even more beautiful. I got to take it out. I'll take it out of the team bag. God, these cards are just gorgeous. Oh, man. Look at it.
And then
This is my favorite insert set of the 90s, the 97 gold embossed refractors. So that's the front on these. Just beautiful. And then the back is the same. You have that. I got to get the right angle, but they're just gorgeous. And this is not the most expensive because the 96 certified select are going to cost you more. There's a few other ones, but to me these are the most beautiful. Anyways, that whoever asked that question, those 97 was the best year for refractors because of those two. And then the atomic refractor from 97 Bowman's Best is pretty inexpensive, but also the print run is a lot higher than the finest.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of those.
I can agree with 1997.
Yeah, 97, I'd say, is the best year. So there they are, guys. Absolutely love these two cards.
All right. Any other questions? Let's see. Have you bought any Panini stuff?
Yeah, I got all kinds of Panini stuff.
That's all Nate bought for a while because that's the only thing Barry Bonds was issued in.
Yeah, I got a lot of Panini stuff. those rainbows are pretty easy to like. The thing about like the modern cards, the rare ones, you pretty much have to buy them as soon as they're released, because if you don't, you'll never find them again. They won't show up. And people think, oh, well, you know, more will show up. There's 5 copies. But if there's 5, you better buy the first one you see, because you never know if you're going to see them again.
Yeah. It gets pretty difficult to find stuff sometimes.
I've been very, very fortunate with some of the rainbows I've been able to put together with Panini. But we're not talking about newer stuff. This is more of, we can talk about that another time.
Some more of Nate's fortunate purchases.
What are people commenting? He's in charge of the comments.
No questions.
All right.
Just talking about they love 90s inserts.
Here we go. Here's a great card. But like the difference between like, see how like on these cards there's no embossment on the refractory. So this is like a modern Topps chrome refractor, the way they look.
Yeah.
But this is from 97 Pinnacle certified. Anyways.
Are we allowed to talk about 1890s from Max? No.
Max, you're allowed to talk about whatever you want, as far as I'm concerned. I know, man, 1890s, they got, what are those, there's a beautiful card from the 1890s. I can't remember what it is. It has like lightning in the background. It's like a tobacco size card.
Mm-hmm.
Love that card. Oh, here's the 97. I already showed that one, yeah. That's what they look like. But I showed that one already. Okay. I'm sorry.
Well, we're approaching an hour.
Oh, okay. Well, hopefully you guys, I think we're going to wrap this up. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. It's awesome that we were able to get back together and make some videos. We got another video on the pipeline that we'll be releasing later this week.
And then we got probably a couple more over the next couple of weeks that are going out too.
Yeah, we plan on hanging out next Tuesday as well. So we got a fun video planned for that day. So unless there's anything else, any questions or anything?
No?
I'll probably try to go back and watch this video later and see everybody's comments. So I didn't see your comments live, but I probably will go back and read all your comments, guys. So thanks so much for tuning in. And let me find a cool 90s card to kind of do an outro. Here we go. Here's a nice one right here.
And as always, everybody, if you aren't already, please hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get up to 4,000. That's our next milestone.
Oh, okay.
4,000.
Yeah, maybe someday we'll have
catch
4,000.
up to Pete Rose in hits.
Oh, yeah, that'd be kind of cool, huh?
All right, guys.
So, yeah, thanks for everybody's support. Thanks for everybody hopping in. Had a lot of fun this afternoon. I got fired up once again. I know Eric got fired up. The 90s for the win, baby. 90s for the win. And until next time, as always,
happy collecting.
Baseball Card Junkies TV.
Forever.
Forever. And ever. And ever.
How do you